breathing's okay. Hope it's getting better, as always. I mean, as last time and this time. Just take care of yourself. No need to push yourself too hard. I'm just adjusting my resistance down nice and light. And I'm sitting up nice and tall. Letting my shoulders fall down. Trying to notice the feeling in my neck. Right here, as those muscles are stretched a little bit as the neck comes down. Attention to the weight in the upper body, channeling down the spine into the hips, which rest nicely on the saddle. We can bring our hands down to the bars now. Focusing a little bit on how the neck and the spine are aligned in this moment. We're not arching the back one way or the other. Either curved like this or like this. You see both. We want just a nice, neutral, aligned neck and spine. The result is that we have 10-foot gaze out ahead of us. That's where our eyes just naturally fall. For me, it's along the axis of the camera stand and behind it. Where my eyes naturally fall, the camera is actually up a little bit from where my eyes naturally fall. Keeping the resistance light. Let's bring our pedal speed into the 80s. Practicing just letting the hips settle into the saddle and making the pedal stroke as smooth and supple as we can make it. For us, on these freewheel bikes, that means we're absolutely scraping through the bottom part of the pedal stroke, feeling it in the hamstrings. Might help to think about extending your pedal stroke through the bottom a little bit after the quads have fully engaged. I just believe it's really important that we use every opportunity to tune into the body working, noticing the biomechanics of what's happening when we're pedaling, being conscious of our posture on the bike. I think all that's really important. As we're pedaling along here on light resistance, we'll start to feel a little warmth come into the muscles, a little more fluidity in the joints, the knees especially. Maybe you'll notice your breath is starting to pick up a little bit, which would be perfect. You try sitting up like I am. That's perfectly fine. Maybe shake the arms out. When I give you the signal, let's bring our pedal speed up to 100 RPM. Focusing on keeping the hips nice and steady on the saddle and the upper body calm. In 3, in 2, in 1. Come on up to 100 RPM. These high pedal speeds, it's very difficult to keep the hips steady on the saddle, and that's what we're working on right now. The key to that is the hands stay light on the bars, the elbows stay bent, the shoulders stay relaxed. We don't transmit any tension from the upper body into the spine and thus to the hips. Now go ahead and slow your legs down. Slow them down. Keeping your resistance nice and light. This music is looping. I'm telling you, it is extremely difficult. Finding royalty-free music. That's usable. I did not choose that. Sorry about this. The whole computer's not responding. I did not choose the song that's playing right now. Track, that's it. Just gonna choose it. All right. Let's line our legs. To this rhythm. Let's ease in a little resistance now. So we feel a little challenge in the muscles of the legs now. Especially through the hips. See if you can emphasize that hip drive a little bit. Now let's go ahead and add a little bit more. It's starting to feel a little bit like a hill. You might have already been there. But now, for me, it feels like a hill. Starting to feel a little sweaty. Muscles are feeling a little tired. Breathing through the belly now. Just a little bit to go here in this effort. Dial it down to low resistance and bring your legs back into 85 RPM or so. Do a quick check with your breathing, see where you're at. Spin your legs easily for just a few seconds here, getting that smoothness and suppleness back. Let's go ahead and bring our legs up to 100 RPM again. Light resistance. Let's practice keeping our hips nice and still. One more time. Slow the legs down again. That should establish. That should return to the legs. A little more of the fluidity that might have been lost in that heavy slow. Now let's go back to the rhythm of this song. Let's add in resistance that we couldn't hold for 5 minutes. And that's a feeling, of course. Your amount of resistance will be different than mine. It's a feeling. So once you add in the resistance and you're on the rhythm, check in with your body, check in with your mind. How are you feeling? Could you hold this 5 minutes? And if not, that's perfect. If even 2 minutes seems out of the question, you have too much resistance. Should be in that middle ground, like, I don't think so, no. Once again, relax your shoulders. Let your belly relax so you can breathe through it. Come on back to light resistance. Take a couple of seconds right now to check in with your breathing. See where it's at. Put a number on the 1 to 10 scale of out of breathness. keeping your resistance light. Align your legs to the rhythm. We're going to add resistance that we can stand up on, and then go straight to standing on it for about 7 seconds at this pedal speed. And we'll do that maybe 3 times. And we'll feel our way into it. First one, we'll come back down into this light resistance and see how that felt. Second one, we'll make adjustments based on how we felt from the first. Same for the third. In 3, 2, 1. Add resistance you can stand up on. Now come back to light resistance. And if you want to add more work here, you can keep a slightly heavier resistance on than when you started. We're going again. In 3, and 2, and 1. Back down to light, or lighter. One more. In 3, in 2, and 1. Stand up into it. And now back to light, absolutely light resistance. Spin your legs up into 80, even though they might ache right now. See if you can notice that aching feeling going away. Let's add in some resistance now, so it's not absolutely the light side, but now we're into working zones, holding 85 RPM or so. See if you can practice breathing from your belly. See if you can remind yourself to tune into your shoulders, your elbows, the weight of your hands on the handlebars. This should be moderately challenging, so your legs aren't screaming out in misery right now, but the heart rate is steadily climbing. Beautiful. Dial it all the way down. Welcome to sit up. Let's let our legs come to a very slow speed. To the breath slowing a little bit, the heart rate coming down a little bit, legs recovering a little bit. When you're ready, come back to the handlebars. And get your legs on this rhythm. Let's imagine 100 yards ahead of us right now is one block of extremely steep. So when we hit the base of it, we stand up immediately under high resistance. And then the second half of the block, we sit down and we reduce our resistance a little bit. In 3, 2, base of the hill, extra heavy on the rhythm. Now seated. And back to flat road. Lighter resistance, leg speed comes up a little bit. Just allowing the legs to find the rhythm now. If you feel like it now, you can add in a little resistance to bring yourself into a slightly higher working zone. I want this to feel like it's something we could hold for 20 minutes or so. It's not easy. We feel like we're working. We're just trying to settle in. Just feeling the muscles engage around the circle. Being aware of the body posture, being aware of any tension that creeps into the upper body. If you want to, you can join me in adding even a little more resistance now. Got maybe 40 seconds left. Beautiful. Let's come back all the way to light resistance for a second. Keep your legs turning. Let's just tune into the body right now for a few seconds. Sitting up tall. How sweaty we are. We can notice how our leg muscles feel. We can notice if we're breathing from the belly. We can feel the weight stacked in the vertebrae. We can notice what the breath is doing. Now. Add in a little resistance, bring your leg speed up, and we're back on a flat road together. We're into that exercise level of effort, working zone. Give you the signal. We're going to do just one all-out sprint in the seated position, which means we're going to get the leg speed up to 100 to 110. We're going to add resistance so that we feel we couldn't hold that effort 45 seconds or so. Could not. And we'll actually do it about 15 seconds. All right, settle yourself into your position. Focus your mind. I'll count us down. 3, 2, 1. Accelerate the legs, add the resistance. Very important to keep the upper body relaxed during this as much as you can. And reduce your resistance. Pay attention to what that did to your breathing. Notice it. Towards the very end of that sprint, I started to lose the pedal speed because my legs were so challenged. So that's how the effort felt to me, and you see what it did to my breathing. While we're sitting up with light resistance, can you just allow your legs to find this beat? Just going to take a few seconds here to really tune in this feeling of being on the rhythm. I'm returning to the handlebars now. Still holding the rhythm, still light resistance. Let's visualize up ahead of us now a hill that's about 1.5 blocks long. A little bit longer than that one we did before. This is our rhythm. Again, when we hit the base of the hill, we're going to stand up on heavy resistance. And then we'll sit down for the rest of it. You've already got your rhythm. Just remember when we stand to keep your hands light, your chest relatively high in 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Hands light, chest relatively high, breathing from a relaxed belly. In 3, 2, 1, seated. Reduce the resistance, but keep it very challenging. Bring it down to light resistance. I've been having just terrible trouble with allergies over the last 3 days. And my breathing, you can hear the wheezing in my chest. I couldn't walk this morning because my eyes were watering so much I had to stop because I couldn't see. It's just pouring down my face. And I'm noticing the wheezing now. This is just me paying attention to my body, of course. Yeah, there's something. At Safeway, the man stocking the shelves with allergy medicines said it's just flying off the shelf. Just flying. You can't keep it in stock. So there is something going on. I should look it up. I don't know what it is. When you're ready, bow your legs. Find this rhythm. Remember, every time we do this, even with light resistance, we're not wasting time. Practicing body awareness, mindfulness, and this is a very good use of our time. Let's add in low level of work, not a hill. It doesn't feel like a hill. Let's practice for 10 pedal strokes, feeling the scraping motion from the right and then the left foot. We're going to focus our minds on that feeling. You're welcome to close your eyes during this. Now stay right where you are. Speed up your legs just a little bit to find this new rhythm. Notice the extra level of work this takes to turn this resistance faster. If you have your computer on, you'll notice more watts than the last song. Level where I'm finding this quite challenging. if I thought to myself, how long could I hold this? I'm probably in the 5 to 6 minute range. So just your resistance here, so you're in the same range as me. I'm just counting the rhythm in my head. I'm trying to keep my upper body relaxed, focused on my breathing and my pedal strokes. This time the resistance way down. Just pedal your legs very slowly and softly. Now we're going to cool our bodies down. So we can pay attention to our breathing and our heart rate. Noticing how they slow. As you can see, I'm sitting up, and I like to do this during the cool down. All right, let's stand up and stretch our calves and our hamstrings, stretch our heels. Switching foot position, drop our heels again. Let's stand next to the bike and stretch our quadriceps. All right, take a couple minutes to center yourself, drink your water, continue stretching. I'll see you next time.
When I'm broken down and lying in bed, you lie beside me through it all. If I shut you out when you let me in, you wouldn't tell me I was wrong. I wanna be the one to say I love you more. I wanna be a better lover than you are. Oh no, you don't make it easy. In the world, get you down. Long as I'll be around, I'll be the one. I don't want to make it hard, so baby be just as you are, and I'll be the one. When I'm a mess and it feels like the end, you give me reason to hold on. Wherever we are, when you're around, you are the words to every song. I wanna be the one to give you everything. I wanna give you more than you've given me.